The legend of the white snake. Imagine falling in love with someone so kind, so beautiful, and so perfect, only to discover she wasn't human at all. What would you do? This is one of the most famous legends in Asia, a story of love, betrayal, magic, and sacrifice. This is the legend of the white snake. The meeting at the bridge. Long ago, in the city of Hangzhou, China, there lived a humble man named Xu Xian. He was kind-hearted but poor, spending his days working quietly and never imagining that destiny had something extraordinary planned for him. One rainy day, as Xu Xian crossed the broken bridge on West Lake, he saw a woman so beautiful that time itself seemed to stop. She wore flowing white robes, her skin was pale as porcelain, and her eyes carried the depth of 1,000 stories. Her name was Bai Suzhen. By her side was a playful servant dressed in green. Secretly, another spirit, a snake demon named Xiao Qing, but Xu Xian didn't know this. All he knew was that his heart was lost the moment he met Bai Suzhen. The rain poured harder, and Xu Xian offered his umbrella to Bai Suzhen. That single act of kindness began one of the most unforgettable romances in Chinese folklore. Love blossoms. Xu Xian and Bai Suzhen soon fell deeply in love. Despite her air of mystery, Bai Suzhen showed nothing but compassion. They married, and together they opened a small medicine shop. People came from far and wide to be healed by them. Some said Bai Suzhen's remedies worked miracles, curing the sick and comforting the poor. Of course, the secret was that Bai Suzhen was no ordinary woman. She was a snake spirit who had trained in magic for 1,000 years, learning the ways of humans so she could live among them. But for Xu Xian, she was simply his beloved wife. Life was peaceful, filled with laughter and love. Yet every secret has a way of surfacing. The suspicious monk. News of the mysterious woman who healed the sick soon reached the ears of Fei Hai, a powerful Buddhist monk known for his wisdom and his strictness. Fei Hai believed spirits and humans should never mix. When he heard of Bai Suzhen, he became convinced she was a demon deceiving the people. Determined to expose her, Fei Hai confronted Xu Xian. He told him, "Your wife is not what she seems. She is a serpent spirit wearing human skin." Xu Xian laughed at the accusation. How could the woman he loved, the one who cared for the poor and stood by his side, be a monster? He refused to believe it. But Fei Hai was patient. He knew the truth would eventually reveal itself. And so, he waited. The Festival of Broken Trust. The moment came during the Dragon Boat Festival, a time when people drank realgar wine to ward off evil spirits. Fei Hai told Xu Xian to offer this wine to his wife. Xu Xian, torn between doubt and loyalty, did as the monk suggested. When Bai Suzhen drank the wine, her body weakened. She tried to resist, but the wine forced her to reveal her true form. Before Xu Xian's horrified eyes, his beloved wife transformed into a massive white serpent, her scales glistening, her body coiling across the room. The shock was too great. Xu Xian collapsed in terror and fainted. Some stories even say he died of fright in that very moment. Bai Suzhen, desperate and heartbroken, used her magic to revive him. She begged for forgiveness, her tears falling like rain. She explained that, though she was once a snake spirit, her love for him was real. But Xu Xian's heart was shattered, torn between fear and the memory of their love. The battle for love. Fei Hai seized this chance. He captured Xu Xian and imprisoned him in a monastery, separating him from Bai Suzhen. But Bai Suzhen was not ready to give up. Gathering her strength, she marched to the temple with Xiao Qing at her side. With her magic, she summoned storms and floods, shaking the very earth. The sky darkened, lightning struck, and the river rose. It was said the flood of West Lake nearly destroyed the city, all for the sake of saving her husband. But despite her power, Fei Hai was stronger. With his spiritual might, he trapped Bai Suzhen under the Leifeng Pagoda, sealing her away in the darkness. Love beyond imprisonment. Though trapped, Bai Suzhen never stopped loving Xu Xian. Some stories say he visited the pagoda often, praying and weeping for her. Others say their child, born before her imprisonment, grew up to be a scholar who eventually freed her with his prayers. No matter the version, the legend always ends the same. Bai Suzhen's love was real, her sacrifice undeniable, and her story unforgettable. The lessons of the white snake. Why has this story been told for centuries across Asia? Because it is more than a tale of spirits and magic. It is a story of forbidden love, of how fear and prejudice can destroy happiness. It teaches us that love can cross even the boundaries of species, time, and fate, but also that secrets, once revealed, can break the strongest bonds. Bai Suzhen is remembered not as a monster, but as a symbol of devotion, sacrifice, and the price of true love. So the question remains, if you discovered the person you loved was not human at all, would you still love them, or would fear tear your heart apart? The story of the white snake continues to echo through time, reminding us that love can be both the greatest blessing and the most dangerous curse.